Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are following on from last week's video about the Scrubs Up soap, but we are following it up with the Wild Deodorant, okay? So I was first introduced to Wild through a sponsored advert on Instagram, and I think the reason why I was probably pushed these adverts on Instagram is because I've been looking for a deodorant that was a bit kinder to skin, a bit kinder to the environment, you know, take out that aluminium, which is one of the primary ingredients in most antiperspirants if you look that up. And I've also been a roll-on user for many years for that exact reason, to kind of trying to be a bit more conscious of the environment. The sprays and the aerosols, they're not good for you. You know, you spray yourself with deodorant or hairspray, whatever it is, and you always end up choking yourself out at least a little bit. It's not very pleasant to be in the room after somebody's just fogged it up with aerosol. So I've been using roll-on for ages because I've always found it to be the most effective antiperspirant. I don't know why that is. I don't know whether it's because of the sort of coating that you get on your underarms when you use an actual physical roll-on. But anyway, so I went from things like Sure Men, L'Oreal Men Expert, and then to Mitchum, which was the solid, I guess you could kind of call it a soap if you know what I mean. So the liquid roll-ons, and then you've got the solid roll-ons. So I went to Mitchum. I don't know if you've ever seen the adverts or if you've seen it on store shelves. They kind of advertise themselves as being like the best when it comes to long-term antiperspirant protection. And to be honest, I thought it was worse than any of my other liquid roll-ons, whether it be like the cheap Sure Men or the mid-range L'Oreal Men Expert. So I decided to bite the bullet and I went with Wild. One of the other things that really drew me to Wild was this reusable and refillable dispenser. It's made of metal and plastic. It's really robust. It's really nice. And you can see this one in here that I've been using. I'm gonna have to remind myself of the fragrances. So I've got some spares here. This one is Orange Zest, and these are the 100% compostable card package that the refills come in. So you just take the lid off, and there it is, and then it pushes up from the bottom. And then I've got the Jasmine and Mandarin Blossom here. One thing that's a bit of an issue for me with Wild is that they aren't I'm just winding it down if you're wondering what that noise is they're not the most manly of fragrances. This one is hold on, gotta keep winding it. Gotta make sure it's all the way wound to the bottom, and then you can pinch these two side buttons here to take it out. And there it is. So this one is the Mint and Eucalyptus. And I've probably only used about half of it, and I've had it for about 3 weeks now. So they are really 2 to 3 weeks. They are really long lasting. You just place that little divot on this little ridge here, and then you slot it in, and then you just wind it up. So super cool, super reusable. The price, I'm going to get to the price first before I give you my thoughts and opinions on this deodorant. The price is, if you're buying them solo, you can buy them from their Wild website. I think the website is We Are Wild. You can buy them individually, or you can again subscribe. If you watch my Scrubs Up video, you can subscribe and save. Of course, you can buy these starter kits, which was obviously the refillable dispenser and I think 3 or 5 fragrances. I went for the 3 because the 5 was just a bit too pricey when you don't know how good it's going to be. And obviously I wasn't going to subscribe because I don't know if I'd like it. I believe, let me just find out how much I paid for you. So for the dispenser and 3 fragrances, I paid £22.50. That's a spicy meatball. That's not cheap. So yes, I was taking a risk. But if you have ever looked at the Mitchum deodorants, when they're not on offer, they are about 3 to 4, maybe even a bit more, £4.50 each. So obviously once you've got this dispenser, you've got this for life. Literally, it's so well built, it's so robust, it's so strong. Once you've got that, you do not need to buy another one. And it comes in all kinds of crazy colors, from sort of more feminine pastels to silver, grey, black. So I went for the black. I managed to get a 10% discount using the code Lifestyle. So if you wanted to check that out, that code might still be working. So £22.50, and that's free delivery, which you'd hope so, to be honest. And I hope you can't, I don't know if you can hear my kids crying in the other room. My wife's just trying to put him to bed for a nap. So the reason why I finally bit the bullet is, like I said, the Mitchum deodorant just wasn't working out for me. And I just wanted to try something a bit better. And I'm so glad I did. It was let me just see if I can find out how much it is when you subscribe. So when you go on the website, the deodorants are only available in increments of 3. So you can buy 3, 6 or 9, and they are £6 each. And if I wanted to go pick up an individual one, they are actually now available in Sainsbury's supermarkets here in the UK, and they are £5 each. There is options, like I said, to subscribe and save, so I'll just get them prices up as well for you. So when you subscribe to a 12-week plan, so every 12 weeks they will send you out 3 new fragrances. It costs £15, which, it's hassle-free. It's delivered straight to your door with free shipping. But also, now that they're available in UK supermarkets, I can just go and pick up the occasional one when I need it, and I'm not concerned as to whether, do I even need this delivery because I've still got some left. But if I do cancel the 12-week delivery and I've run out before the next 12-week delivery, I've got to go buy a separate deodorant. So, I mean, they've obviously planned out their 12-week delivery plans for a reason. It must be the most frequently that people will ever get through 3 fragrances, which is about right. I don't think I've ever had a deodorant, whether it be a roll-on or a spray, last me more than 4 weeks. So I'm sure 4 weeks is pretty average for a standard deodorant. So it's something that you might want to look at. I'm probably not going to subscribe, especially when you're not saving any money compared to going to a supermarket. So I will probably just be picking up the occasional scents from a supermarket. They don't have the full range available at the Sainsbury's, because I actually saw it earlier this very day for the first time, and they only had about 4 different fragrances, whereas there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to choose from, which is pretty good. Especially you don't get 8 deodorant fragrances from most other companies, unless it's Lynx or Axe if you're from the US. So, what do I actually think of it? Honestly, it's June now. The weather's finally brightening up here in the UK, and it's the best deodorant I've ever had, to be honest. It's the longest lasting fragrance. It's the longest lasting antiperspirant I've ever used. They're all natural. I can't put words in their mouth about whether they're cruelty free. Let me just find out. So they don't use any aluminium. All of their ingredients are derived from nature, from natural resources. They don't use parabens or sulfates like most mainstream deodorants. They use alternative ingredients. Plastic-free refillable deodorants. So like I showed you, these are all 100% compostable or recyclable. I don't know about recyclable. It just says compostable, which means you can just throw it in your garden and it'll eventually biodegrade, or throw it in your compost bin. So yeah, I mean, they're all natural ingredients. They're paraben-free, aluminium-free, sulfate-free, and with 100% recyclable / compostable refill packaging. So kinder to the planet and kinder to your skin. If you want to check them out, I would definitely recommend it. Definitely. I cannot stress enough. I've used them all. I've used Lynx, I've used Shaw Men, I've used L'Oreal Men Expert, I've used Mitchum, those are the 4 I've used, if I'm being honest. But I've used them in spray form, I've used them in roll-on form, I've used them in solid form. And this is by far the longest lasting smell and the longest lasting antiperspirant deodorant I have ever used. And I've sweated in this for sure. So definitely check them out if you're interested. It is worth the price. Again, you're only buying deodorant once every 4 to 6 weeks. Unless you're a real sweater, you might top up during the middle of the day, but I've never had to do that. So changing from £2 for a deodorant to £5 for a deodorant when it's going to last you 4 weeks, I think that's value for money. So definitely check it out. So if you like this one, again, bit of a different one, give us a like. If you loved it, give us a subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. So yeah.